Hello students, in today's class let us continue with the exercise 10.3. Three problems are left out in that exercise and then we will continue with the miscellaneous exercise. So let us get into the problem directly. Hope you remember what are all the concepts we learned in this chapter. So to start with the 16th question, it is given P and Q are perpendicular distance from the origin to the lines. Two lines are given. They asked you to prove that P square plus 4Q square equal to K square. Nothing difficult here. It's simple substitution of the values in the formula. We know what is a formula to find the perpendicular distance from a point to the line. What is it? D is equal to modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by square root of a square plus b square. Right? Square root of a square plus b square. Now we need to find what is P, what is Q. They have given P is the perpendicular distance from origin to this line and Q is the perpendicular distance from origin to this line. So let us find what is P and Q and then we will substitute in this and we will check whether it is equal to K square or not. Right? So what is the point from the origin? So the point is 0, 0 to this line x cos theta minus y sin theta equal to k cos 2 theta. So what is the value of A here? Cos theta. What is the value of B? Minus sin theta, because our general equation is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. We have equal to constant. So it should be minus, right? So the value of c is minus k cos 2 theta. Right? You understood why it is minus, because our general equation is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Here we have equal to constant. So bring it to the other side, it will become minus. So the value of c is minus k cos 2 theta. Now we identified what is the value of a, b, c and x1, y1. Now substitute in the formula. A is cos theta into x1, b into y1 plus c divided by square root of a square plus b square. Anyhow, then these two terms going to become 0 because it is multiplied by 0. So minus k cos 2 theta divided by square root of 1, because we know cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. So we found the value of P. Similarly, we need to find the value of Q, again substituting in the same formula. See, Q is the perpendicular distance from origin to this line, another line. Again here A is secant theta, B is cosecant theta and C is going to be minus K, because here it is equal to K. So if you bring it to the other side, it will become minus K, right? And it is also distance from origin only. So 0, 0. Now substitute in the same formula. Now here in the denominator we have secant square theta plus cosecant square theta. We cannot do anything. So it is going to be secant square theta plus cosecant square theta only. Numerator, first two terms will become 0. The third term is minus k. So Q is this. Now we need to substitute in P square plus 4Q square. P square is modulus of minus k cos 2 theta the whole square plus 4 into Q is modulus of minus k divided by square root of secant square theta plus cosec square theta the whole square. Right? Now what will happen? Now we need to expand it whole square. So minus, if we square it, it will become plus. So k square cos square 2 theta plus 4 into k square divided by square root will get cancelled. Now we need to simplify this and we have to check whether are we getting equal to k square. Both the terms we have k square, so I have taken it as common. Cos square 2 theta plus 4 divided by this. Now simplify this. Secant square theta can be written as 1 by cos square theta. Cosec square theta is 1 by sin square theta. Right? Now I have taken LCM. Sin square theta plus cos square theta divided by this. We know sin square plus cos square is 1. So if it goes, this is equals to 1. And this will go to the numerator, right? So we got k square is equals to k square into cos square 2 theta plus 4 sin square cos square theta. But this can be written as 2 sin theta cos theta the whole square. What is 2 sin theta cos theta? Sin 2 theta formula. What is sin 2a? 2 sin theta cos theta, right? So this can be written as sin square 2 theta because whole square is there. Now cos square theta plus sin square theta, which is equals to 1. Whatever the value of theta is going to be, if we have cos square theta plus sin square theta, here also theta is 2 theta, here also the angle is 2 theta. Therefore, cos square theta plus sin square theta is going to be 1. Right? Therefore, we got p square plus 4q square equals to k square. Hence, we proved. This is simple substitution of the values in the formula. That's it. It all lies in how are you simplifying and getting your answer. Alright. Hope you understood. Let us move on to the next question. Next question is very easy. In the triangle ABC with vertices ABC they have given, find the equation and the length of the altitude from the vertex A. They asked you to find the equation of the altitude as well as the length of the altitude. Hope you know what is meant by an altitude. What is an altitude? Altitude is a line segment drawn from the vertex perpendicular to the opposite side. Right? Altitude will be perpendicular. So we know this angle is 90 degree. Now first let us find the equation of this altitude. How will you find the equation of this altitude? To find the equation we need a minimum of a point and a slope. Right? Since it is perpendicular, immediately what will strike our mind? Slope only. So we can find the slope of this line using the 2 points y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And if we negative reciprocate it, that will give the slope of AD. And also A lies on AD, therefore slope 1 point form. Using slope 1 point form, we can find the equation of AD. We can find the equation of AD, right? Now they didn't stop the question with that. They asked you to find the length of AD as well. How will you find the length of AD? Length of AD is nothing but the perpendicular distance, right? Length of AD is nothing but the perpendicular distance from a point to the line. Yes, length of AD is nothing but the perpendicular distance from a point to the line. So first you need to know what is the equation of BC. Equation of BC. How will you find the equation of BC? You have 2 points, so you can go with 2-point form to get the equation of BC. After obtaining the equation of BC, we can identify what is your A, B, C, and we know x1, y1 is 2, 3. Therefore, substituting in the D formula, we can find the length of AD. Right? I repeat, how will you find the equation of AD? Equation of AD can be obtained by getting its slope and 1 point. So slope 1 point form. How the slope can be obtained? Since it is perpendicular, we can find the slope of BC, negative reciprocated, that will give the slope of AD. Right? So with slope 1 point form, we get the equation of AD. How we can find the length of AD? To find the length of AD, it is nothing but the perpendicular distance from a point to the line. So for that we need the equation of the line. Right? So since we have 2 points, we can go with 2-point form and we can get the equation of BC. And rewrite in the form of AX plus BY plus C. So that we can identify what is A, what is B, what is C. And we know x1, y1 here. So that we can very well substitute in D formula and get the length of AD. Hope you understood. I am leaving this question as homework to you. Now we are going to move on to the next question. Now we are in the last question of the exercise. It is given if P is the length of the perpendicular from origin to the line whose intercepts on the axis are A and B, then show that 1 by P square equal to 1 by A square plus 1 by B square. They have given you P is the perpendicular distance from origin, A is x-intercept, B is y-intercept. When they give both the intercepts, immediately how will you get your equation? Because for the perpendicular distance, we need the equation of the line. So first let us get the equation of the line, then only we can find what is A, B, C to find our P. Right? So what is the equation in intercept form? X by A plus y by B equal to 1. So take LCM and cross multiply it. We get BX plus AY is equal to AB is our LCM. So if we bring it to the other side, it will become equal to AB. So BX plus AY minus AB equal to 0. From this, the value of A is B, coefficient of X, and this is B, and this is going to be C. And it is the distance from origin, therefore x1, y1 is 0, 0. Right? Now let us substitute in our D formula. We know the perpendicular distance is given as P. So these two terms will get 0 minus AB by this. Square on both sides. So P square is equal to A square B square divided by square root will get cancelled. A square plus B square. When we have sum of two terms in the denominator, we cannot do anything. So what we will do? We will reciprocate on both the sides. Then only the meaning will not change. So 1 by P square is equal to A square plus P square divided by AB square. Now we can split. Right? So A square by A square B square plus B square by A square B square. So A square will get cancelled. Here B square will get cancelled. So 1 by P square equals to 1 by B square plus 1 by A square. Hence we proved. Hope you understood, it's very easy. So with this we completed exercise 10.3. Let us move on to miscellaneous exercise. Now we are in miscellaneous exercise. First question. Find the values of K for which the line is parallel to x-axis, parallel to the y-axis, passing through the origin. So they have given you the equation of a line and they told to find the value of this K when it is parallel to x-axis. Parallel, immediately what? Slope. We know the slope will be equal if two lines are parallel, right? So here it is given the equation, the line is parallel to x-axis. So what is the equation of x-axis? Equation of x-axis is y equal to 0, right? So what is the slope formula? Minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y, or else minus a by b. We don't have x at all. So coefficient is 0 of x is 0. So 0 divided by coefficient of y is 1. So 0 by 1 is going to be 0 only. So slope of x-axis is 0. So we can equate this slope to the slope of the given line. They have given you a line, right? So from that again you can find what is the slope in terms of k. So if you equate, you can find what is your k, right? Then next subdivision, they have given you parallel to y-axis. What is equation of y-axis? X is equal to 0. Then what will be the slope here? Minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. Here we don't have y, therefore the coefficient of y is going to be 0. 0 in the denominator, so which is undefined. You have to remember the slope of x-axis and y-axis you may get in one. Now we got slope of y-axis is undefined. Now the slope of the given equation of the line, minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. Coefficient of x is k minus 3. Coefficient of y is minus of 4 minus k squared. Okay, which is given in the question. So minus minus will get cancelled. We got this. And it is given the line is parallel to y-axis. Therefore, both the slopes should be equal. Right? So which means the slope of M2 should also be undefined. When it will be undefined? If the denominator is equal to 0. So equate the denominator to 0. So we got k is equal to plus or minus 2. Hope you understood. In the previous problem, we will equate the same slope to 0. Okay, equate it to 0 and get the value of k. And third subdivision is passing through the origin. Find the value of k for which the line passes through the origin. If it passes through the origin, what do we know? The equation will satisfy if we substitute the point, right? So we will substitute x and y as 0, 0. We can very well get what is the value of k, right? So I am leaving that question to you as homework. Now let us see the second question. Find the value of theta and p if the equation x cos theta plus y sin theta equals to p is in the normal form of the given equation. This kind of problem we have done in previous exercise as well. I told you how to express the given equation in the normal form. What we will do? First bring the constant term to the other side. So it will become minus 2. And the constant term, the perpendicular distance, since it denotes the perpendicular distance, it will be always positive. If it is negative, divide throughout by negative sign to make it positive. Here we will get minus 2, so divide throughout by minus. Right? Then what we will do? We will divide throughout by square root of a square plus b square, because in the formula for normal form we have seen p as well as cos theta and sin theta, everything has the denominator square root of a square plus b. So see, the formula of p cos omega sin omega, everything has denominator square root of a square plus b square. We have done a problem of this kind. This is exactly like the third question where they asked you to reduce the given equation in the normal form and hence to find the value of p and omega. The same way what we did, we brought the constant to the other side, then we insisted on the value of p should be positive since it is the distance. Then we divided throughout by square root of a square plus b square, and then we have compared to find what is here. Now we brought it in the form of x cos omega plus y sin omega equals to p. Therefore cos omega is going to be the coefficient of x, sin omega is going to be the coefficient of y, and p is going to be the constant term. After this, we have identified the value of theta and we have checked in which quadrant it lies according to the sign of cos and sine. And then we have found the angle. If it lies in the first quadrant, we can take the theta as such. Second quadrant means 180 minus theta. Third quadrant 180 plus theta. Fourth quadrant 360 minus theta. Hope you remember this. The second question in miscellaneous exercise is exactly same as this. They asked you to find the values of theta and p, and it is the normal form. So I am leaving this question to you. Then the third question, find the equation of the lines which cut off intercepts on the axis whose sum and product are respectively. So what is given? Sum of the intercepts and product of the intercepts are given. They asked you to find the equation of the lines. What is sum of the intercepts? A plus b. What is the product of the intercept? AB. So it is given a plus b is 1, AB is minus 6. They asked you to find the equation of the line. So from this we can obtain either a or b in terms of the other variable. Substitute in the first equation so that we can find the value of a and b. So once you get the values of a and b, substitute in the intercept form, take LCM, you will get the equation of the line. Right? If you get two values, then two equations you have to give. Yes? Hope you understood. Now let us move on to the next question. Fourth question in miscellaneous exercise. What are the points on the y-axis whose distance from the line is 4 units? This is also exactly the same as the problem which we did in exercise. Question number 5. Here they have given you find the points on the x-axis. Now they have given you find the points on the y-axis whose distance is from the line, and distance is given and the equation of the line is given. We need to find the points on the x-axis, their y-axis. Points on the x-axis is of the form a comma 0. Points on the y-axis is of the form 0 comma b. Right? Here also we are going to go with the D formula. Take LCM and bring it to the form of ax plus by plus c equals to 0. And we know what is our D. x1, y1 is going to be 0 comma b. Right? See? The same way as our fifth problem, we have to solve question number 4 in our miscellaneous exercise. Instead of a comma 0, we have to take it as 0 comma b since it is a point on y-axis. What we did here, we have substituted all the values and we have found the a value. That's it. Right? Hope you understood. Let us move on to this question is also homework for you. Let us move on to question number 5. What is question number 5? Find the perpendicular distance from the origin to the line joining the points cos theta comma sin theta and cos phi comma sin phi. So they asked you to find the perpendicular distance from the origin to the line joining the points. So they asked you to find the length, perpendicular distance. This is perpendicular, which is given in the question. They asked you to find this distance from the origin to the equation. When we want to find the distance, we need the equation of the line, right? This is easy problem as we did earlier, but only thing is here the simplification or the calculations may look a little complicated since it involves trigonometric ratios. They are not numerical points. If it is going to be numerical points, the calculation part will become easier, but here it involves trigonometric values. So you have to be little bit careful while solving your problem. That's it. Otherwise the procedure is same. First we have to obtain the equation of the line, then one point and equation we got, so that we can apply in D formula to get the length. Alright. First let us find the equation using 2-point formula. Y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1 equal to x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1. Right. So this is our x1 y1 and this is going to be our x2 y2. So we have substituted, cross multiply it, do the multiplication term by term carefully. Y cos theta minus y cos theta minus sin theta cos phi minus into minus plus cos theta sin theta, which is equal to the same way. Sin theta cos theta will get cancelled. Now we need to bring it in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Then only we can identify what is our a, b and c. So take y as common. So then only we will get the coefficient of y. So it is going to be cos phi minus cos theta minus sin theta cos phi. Then this term I brought it to the other side, so it will become plus cos theta sin phi, which is equal to x into this. We have taken x common from these two terms. Now as I told you, let us write it in the form of ax plus bx plus c. So ax I kept that side, y and the constant terms I brought it to the other side of the equation, so that equal to 0. So the sign also got changed. Right. Now what will happen? Now the coefficient of x is going to be your a, sin phi minus sin theta.